Shannon, you know, it's Fashion Week.
Oh, yes.
And I had the pleasure of sitting down with Nigeria's reigning queen of couture, Deola Sagoe. She celebrated her 25th year in fashion with her first solo show in New York City.
Wow.
I know. Check it out. "25 years after launching her fashion line, Deola Sagoe has become Nigeria's reigning queen of couture. She was recently in New York City for her first solo exhibition, and we sat down with the African designer and discussed motherhood, the rise of African fashion, and the secret to her success. Deola Sagoe, it's your first ever solo show at New York Fashion Week. It's the calm before the fashion storm. How are you feeling right now?
I actually do feel quite calm.
You do?
Yes.
You're not nervous?
And,
excited?
No, yes, I am excited. I guess I have a bit of a subdued way of showing my excitement. I think that I will be much more excited even after the whole presentation, because it will be exciting to hear what people have to say. You know, I'm going to have a lot of press interviews and stuff. And I look forward to getting a lot of feedback. And I believe, hopefully, that I would be excited the more.
This is your 25th year in the industry. What a way to mark that huge milestone. Why a massive undertaking like a fashion show in New York City?
Well, simply because I believe that I have a lot more to show to the world of fashion. And besides, we're launching Clan, our baby, and I also am rebranding as Deola.
You are?
Yes, I am.
So you're dropping the Sagoe?
Yes.
So you're like Madonna, Prince, Cher. You only need one name now.
Only need one name to make that statement and to keep on making the waves, Deola, and to bring the essence of Deola more to the great people out there who love the brand and who follow the brand.
25 years gives you time to sit back and reflect. How have you grown as a businesswoman in the more than 2 decades, and how have you grown as a designer in that time?
I can tell you for sure that these 25 years I have learned that a starving artist is really, really not the way to go. At first it started out as, wow, I can really do this, I can be creative and stuff. But you have to soon learn in fashion that to keep it going and for longevity, you have got to be a smart businesswoman.
Yes.
Yes.
What's been the secret to your longevity? Because many designers don't even last 25 months, let alone 25 years.
Well, I think it's that Nigerian thing, that indomitable spirit, that passion as well, and that thing that keeps me going. I think it's the spirit. I would like to call it the spirit of Deo.
The spirit of Deo.
The spirit of Deo.
With that spirit of Deo, Sagoe continues to evolve as both an artist and an entrepreneur. 25 years gives you time to sit back and reflect. How have you grown as a businesswoman, and how have you grown as a designer over the years?
I started out sort of with the mentality of like an artist and a creative. And I started out wanting to prove something to the world about Africa. And
what did you want to prove?
Well, I wanted to prove that we could do it, and that we could become also global brands, and that we could interest the world to come and actually purchase from us and see us as serious value adders rather than just consumers. And I also wanted to be able to get to sell our own African exports. And to do that, I also wanted to use our own products, especially our authentic products, which is why my collections have always centered very much upon our own hand-woven fabrics that date back to the 11th century. So I wanted to be able to empower the women who actually weave this fabrics in the villages, and generally just do some kind of good for Africa.
You're considered one of the pioneers of African fashion and one of the foremost and most important designers from Nigeria, which is where you're
Wow.
from. When you hear things like that, what goes through your mind? And what initially brought you to fashion?
Well, it certainly wasn't for the fact that I studied it, because I didn't. But as I said before, I just felt that there's just so much richness in African clothing and African design that wasn't being represented at all on global stages or the global catwalk. And I felt that it would be somewhat selfish of me to keep this away from the world. Yes, I knew that the constraints were there and still abound today, but I just had this can-do spirit, and I was just so convinced that my product was so genuine and would no doubt conquer the world.
Western designers have sought inspiration from the continent for decades. In recent years, it feels like it's more than inspiration.
Yes.
Some African designers have said that it's outright copying, if not theft. Is that something that you've experienced personally? And how do you feel about that?
Oh, certainly. You know, certainly. I mean, we don't want to name names or point fingers, but the thing is that if you have a resource
Yes.
and you do not use it or add value to it, somebody else will come and soon make it theirs. So you better well sit up, get up, become aware and be conscious that you've got a black diamond in your hands
a black
that
diamond.
needs, yes, or a rough diamond that needs to be polished. A diamond, even when it hasn't been polished, is still a diamond, but it needs to go through all those rigors. When talents are discovered in Africa, we also need our industrialists to see that, hey, this is a potential money spinner.
The
And we have
commerce and the couture.
Exactly, the
Yes.
commerce, exactly. Which, funnily enough, is how clan comes in.
Okay.
Aha.
Yes. Sagoe's daughters have followed in her footsteps, and in 2011, they entered into the family business with their own clothing label, Clan. What's it like growing up with a mother who happens to be one of the most important fashion designers in Nigeria?
I mean, at first it doesn't hit you because this is your mom, you know, you've grown up with her and everything, and then, you know, you see people asking for photos and stuff, and then you realize just how much she's done and how much she's achieved in her career. So it's kind of amazing, like, to see how much she's achieved over such a short period of time. So, yeah.
Now, I'm going to assume that you two were probably the best dressed girls in your school. Is that correct?
I mean,
I think back then.
Don't be modest. Tell the truth.
I mean, my mom has been sewing for us since we were about 3.
Yeah.
We've always worn like matching like gowns and stuff.
Yeah, so not exactly the most fashionable, but definitely interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so your own line, how do you think it differs from what your mom is producing?
Well, Deola Sagoe is it's high fashion, and it's completely elegant and it's beautiful. It's very detailed. Clan we're all about minimalism, so it's very simple, but it can be edgy sometimes, and it also brings forth that creativity from the Deola Sagoe brand. So there's still that golden thread that runs through.
Over the years, Deola Sagoe has dressed African socialites and celebrities from around the globe. What was the initial reaction people had when you said that you wanted to go into the fashion industry? Now you have designers popping up throughout Nigeria every week, but 25 years ago, that was virtually unheard of.
Yes, of course. It was like some sort of like a lowly thing. What? Tailor? After you've gone to school and you have a first degree in business administration and you have a second degree, a master's in finance, you want to be a tailor? The words were like spat out.
A tailor?
A tailor. Because there was not that differentiation between the tailor and the designer. Yes, and even now, it's only just because people have seen what the pioneers have done.
Let's fast forward 25 years. Where will the brand be then? And what do you hope for the brand?
Well, what I hope for the brand, what I see as I look into the future, is a brand that is renowned worldwide, different product lines, and everywhere, all over the world. There really are no boundaries.
The sky's the limit.
The sky is the limit.
Well, congratulations, continued success. I hope to be interviewing you again. Before 25 years, of course, but we'll have an anniversary special in 25 years. It's a pleasure. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Continued
Lala.
success, and thank you for all your efforts.
Thank you.
Wow.
What'd you think, Shannon?
That was really nice. It looked like a hot show, too. But you know what stuck out to me the most?
What?
Her daughters.
I know.
Her daughters' collection looked great, and it's nice to see that they're able to follow in Mom's footsteps.
It's true. She's going to pass the baton on to her daughter.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of parents hope for. They don't want to push, but they hope for that, and she's got it.
It's nice. It's nice. The Deola name will live on, definitely.
That's right. All right. You're watching Arise Entertainment 360.